Hi, I'm Danny, and this is an update for my 2D Metroidvania Super Blaster. In this video, I'm gonna talk about how I updated the design of the destructible blocks to fit more with the pixel art. I've also added some UI, so I can display some health and some armor. And last but not least, I'll talk about switches and platforms, cause what's a 2D platformer without platforms, right? In search for an interesting mechanic, I created Cascading Blocks. These blocks will start a chain reaction once you shoot one of them. So you destroy one and they will destroy the next one and the next one and the next one until the whole chain is, well, gone. I don't have a specific use case for them yet, but I think they can create some really interesting gameplay. Besides defeating the main boss, this game is about managing your inventory, not about managing your blocks or your shooting skills. So I made the blocks a bit bigger. That way it's not a job just to get all the blocks out of the way. You can just shoot one and continue on your journey. I also updated the art from vector art to pixel art to be more in line with the rest. Cascading blocks could be used to make an interesting puzzle of some kind. I think I need to make an entry block and an exit block, or one block that starts the chain reaction. Otherwise, right now you can just stand on the side and shoot it. But what if? What if there was one block you had to hit and it would start cascading from there on? That would be kinda interesting, huh? I've added a simple health bar in the same color and design as the main character. It's a simple first setup and it will do for now. I decided to use a horizontal layout group for the armor bar. That way I can easily add and remove segments and it will scale automatically. While a health bar alone can give you the right information, I think it's important to also show in numbers how much health you exactly have. So in this case I lost 25 health and it will show in the bar with a little delay for special effects, and it also shows in numbers for clarity. In Super Blaster, the items in your inventory determine your powers. So if you pick up an armor power block, you get some armor. In case you don't have any armor picked up and you take some damage, it will just go straight from your health. I'll demonstrate how this should work. So first, I'll pick up some armor. You notice that I now have one armor block and one item in my inventory. Picking up a second puts in 2 items in my inventory. And I'll pick up a third just for good measure. Now, when I take some damage, an armor block is removed from the armor bar, as well as one power up from my inventory, with 2 power ups remaining.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Okay, so after a quick fix, it will now properly display the amount in your inventory. If you run out of armor items or decide to drop them because you need some inventory space, you will start taking damage normally again. So that's a little introduction on how power-ups, and specifically the armor power-up, will work. And what happens once you get to 0? To create some interesting gameplay, the game will include the mechanics of switches. Currently I created 2 versions. And to demonstrate them, my special guests for today are platforms. The game will include a couple of different platform mechanics. One of these red ones, are the touch platforms. They work like once you touch them, they will disappear. I made this platform appear by flipping the switch. Using Unity events, I can also return the switch to its normal state once the platform disappears. Another type of platform is the timed platform. To show this one, I flip the left switch. This platform shows up and disappears over time. Using a scriptable object, I can determine the pattern in which the platform will show or hide. So in this case it does 2 seconds to show and then 2 seconds to hide, but I can make this in any order I want. To demonstrate the timer switch, I use the third platform. This one is a static platform. It doesn't hide, show, it just is there as long as it's switched on. With the timer switch, I can set a fixed duration at which the timer will be on. After the duration, the timer will automatically switch off. I can also set a cooldown for the timer. If it has a cooldown, it will take a couple of seconds before it will be able to be switched on again. This can be useful to create all sorts of mechanics, like do this before time runs out, or do that before it closes, or go there now that the platform is visible. Now I might need to adjust the graphics of the timer, but for now it will do. So that's the update for this week. In the next update I'll be showing off some hazards that I've been working on. These should provide some challenge to our little robot. Speaking of hazards, what do you think? Should spikes do a fixed amount of damage or should they insta-kill? Let me know what you think. Thank you for watching and I'll see you guys next time.